My dear Stoic friends, imagine a ship in the middle of a storm. You are alone in it. There is no one around you. You are too far away to ask for help. You are in the middle of the ocean, and you don't know what to do as the ship is tossed around by the wild and violent waves. You are just scared and praying for it to end. But one thing you forget is that you are just standing by and doing nothing to help this ship withstand the waves. Because once upon a time, you didn't want to learn how to use this ship, how to make use of its productive aspects to save yourself from the raging ocean, and now you are drowning under the weight of it. You are this ship, and as you are tossed from place to place in the ocean called life, you are doomed to sink day by day in this ocean, because you have not carefully analyzed the good aspects of your own self, and because you do not know your many wonderful talents that you have not been able to learn, perhaps for reasons that do not originate from you. My dear Stoic friends, this video is for you. Just listen to it, and for each of you I will give you the secrets of a better and stronger outlook on life. You must understand that in order for you to have value in the eyes of others, you must understand the importance of knowing that you are valuable in your own self. Now watch the video to the end, and please tell me in the comments what I have added to you after this video and what you would like me to talk about in my next videos. The sense of being ignored is one that many individuals can identify with, and they frequently compare themselves to supporting roles in the lives of those around them. This encounter might be depressing, as it frequently results in sentiments of insignificance and insignificance. It's possible that you'll encounter social circumstances when your contributions are ignored, or that you'll feel like an afterthought. You could start to doubt your value as a person and the contribution you make to your relationships as a result of this frequent experience. But it's important to understand that this emotion doesn't define who you are. Rather, it can act as a trigger for transformation. Think for a moment about the relationships you are in right now and how you see yourself in them. Are you the one that reaches out time and time again and gets ignored in return? Do you frequently feel as though other people's needs and wants come before your own? In order to transform, one must first acknowledge these dynamics. You may start to change the narrative from being taken for granted to someone who demands respect and attention by learning how you fit into your relationships. Self-awareness and self-acceptance are the first steps on the path from feeling ignored to becoming appealing. Accept the notion that you deserve to be seen and respected. Developing a strong sense of self and appreciating the distinctive traits that make you who you are essential to this metamorphosis. You will naturally draw others who perceive and value you as you start to recognize your own worth. It all comes down to changing your perspective and acting proactively to make your presence known in your relationships. This might be becoming more explicit in how you communicate your wants, establishing boundaries, or just letting your true self show. You will alter not just how you see yourself, but also how others see you if you do this. In the end, this change can result in more meaningful relationships where you become a vivid, alluring part of your own life narrative rather than just a supporting role. Improving one's sense of self-worth is essential to drawing people in and developing deep connections. How you view yourself has a big impact on how other people regard you. A strong sense of self-worth emanates from you and captivates others with your air of confidence. On the other hand, low self-esteem can show itself in social situations and cause people to ignore your abilities and special traits. Because of this, developing self-worth is a transforming process that may alter the way you interact with the outside world. It's also a personal journey. In this context, adopting Stoic wisdom can be quite helpful. Stoicism encourages us to place more emphasis on our ideas, deeds, and reactions than on approval from others. You may develop the ability to recognize your own inherent worth, regardless of what other people think of you, by internalizing this attitude. By adopting this new perspective, you may exude confidence and draw the attention of others around you. People gravitate toward confident people because they are inherently drawn to those who are positive and accepting of who they are. It's critical to realize that accepting and appreciating your own talents and contributions is what makes you valuable, rather than being conceited or superior. Your connections will start to blossom as you start to value yourself more. People who value you for who you are, rather than who you believe you should be, will be drawn to you. There is a strong correlation between attraction and self-worth. When you respect yourself, you establish expectations for how other people should treat you. You become more willing to seek out connections that inspire and elevate you, and less likely to put up with neglect or disrespect. In the end, developing your sense of self-worth is an empowering and self-discovery adventure. You may change your own life and attract the attention of others by being confident and accepting of who you really are. The love and relationships you want will come to you organically as you develop this sense of worthiness, improving your life in ways you never would have imagined. Making an impression on people is crucial to making them feel as though you've missed a great deal. Developing a sense of exclusivity about oneself is one useful tactic. You project an air of mystery when you present yourself as someone who is difficult to get in touch with or unavailable. Setting limits and putting your own wants and interests first will help you do this. People are more inclined to value your presence and notice when you're not there, when they realize how precious your time and attention are. It is important to aim to be the only option in someone's life, not simply one more. This entails highlighting the special traits and abilities that make you stand out from the crowd. Consider what makes you unique and allow it to come through in your relationships rather than trying to fit in with the group. Embracing your unique qualities, such as your generosity, inventiveness, or sense of humor, will make people consider you as an important part of their life. Developing an optimistic outlook is the first step towards embodying greatness in your thoughts and deeds. Imagine that you are a person deserving of respect and adoration. Your perception of yourself will affect how you behave and relate to other people. Regularly remind yourself of your successes and talents by practicing self-affirmation. Your confidence in your own excellence naturally comes through in your behavior, which attracts people to you more. Participate in activities that promote personal development as well. Investing in your education, learning a new skill, or taking up a new hobby can all help you become more interesting to people and will also give you more confidence. Never forget that having a fascinating presence is more than simply your appearance or behavior. It's also about the energy you bring to a space. You may attract people who are ready to interact with you and connect with you by modeling greatness in your thoughts and deeds. In the end, when you make a name for yourself as someone who is special and significant, people will start to miss you and consider you to be a vital part of their life. One of the most effective ways to attract good relationships into your life is to introduce the statement, "I naturally attract love." Affirmations are pronouncements that have the power to change your reality and perspective. They are more than simply words. You may start to synchronize your thoughts and beliefs with the energy of love and connection by repeating this affirmation on a regular basis. To facilitate the affirmation process, choose a peaceful area where you can concentrate and think. Affirmation, "I naturally attract love." Breathe deeply, focus yourself, and repeat it out loud or mentally. As you say it, picture the love you want coming into your life. Imagine yourself in the company of kind, understanding people who value and support you for who you are. In order to help you create the connections you desire, this image supports the assertion. It is impossible to overestimate the importance of stating this affirmation in the comments. By making it public, you build a feeling of community with people who are traveling the same path as you and validate your dedication to attracting love. Declaring your purpose makes positive energy come into your life and encourages others to follow suit. It's a group affirmation that encourages viewers to connect and support one another, reaffirming the notion that love is plentiful and available to everyone. Becoming a magnet for love requires embracing who you truly are. You draw people who connect with your authentic self when you show the world who you really are. Being genuine encourages connections and trust, which makes it simpler for other people to see your worth and regard you for who you really are. Recall that an atmosphere of openness and vulnerability fosters love. You make room for genuine relationships to flourish when you live according to who you are. Thus, when repeating the affirmation, "I naturally attract love," focus on the distinctive features that set you apart. Let the real you show through, and watch as good connections and love start to come into your life. You create the conditions for a happy and loving path ahead of you by uttering this affirmation and pledging to be honest. Many times, Stoicism is misinterpreted as an ideology that encourages emotional apathy or detachment. The fundamental tenets of Stoicism, which place an emphasis on emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and resilience, are ignored by this fallacy. Stoicism actually teaches people to recognize their feelings without allowing them to rule them. This well-rounded strategy promotes a better knowledge of oneself and other people, which eventually improves partnerships' appeal. Many individuals perceive emotional stability and resilience to be desirable traits. Stoicism is a discipline that helps you develop the capacity to stay tranquil under pressure. Because it gives your relationships a sense of security and dependability, this emotional stability may be quite alluring. Love and trust may grow in a partnership when both partners can gracefully handle life's ups and downs. Consider a situation when a couple is faced with a major obstacle, such as a job loss or a family catastrophe. A Stoic spouse would have an open mind, concentrate on what is under their control, and accept what is beyond their control. This way of thinking improves relationships between partners by reducing stress and promoting candid dialogue and teamwork. Stoicism also fosters understanding and empathy. Understanding that everyone has challenges and feelings, a Stoic person may react to their partner's sentiments with empathy rather than condemnation. Deeper connections are fostered by emotional intelligence because it makes both parties feel acknowledged and appreciated. Stoicism may also improve relationships by encouraging an attitude of appreciation. Stoics frequently consider the things in life, especially their relationships, that they find meaningful. You may foster a loving and connecting environment by expressing thanks to your partner for the moments you enjoy together. Stoicism essentially urges people to maintain a good emotional equilibrium while being actively involved in their relationships. To make your relationship more robust and satisfying, you may improve your personal beauty by living up to the Stoic ideals. In the end, embracing Stoicism makes you a more enticing and encouraging partner by enabling you to gracefully negotiate the complexity of relationships.